Yeah, thanks a lot, Lauren. We are here with Dana Kiyabu, who was married to Koresh for about 5 years. We want to thank you so much for giving us a few minutes tonight. As you're here in town looking back on this 30-year mark, what is the first thing that really comes to your mind?
A generation has passed. And it's been a long time, and I can't be this old.
Because when you were with the Davidians, you were a much younger woman.
I was in my 20s.
Talk to me a little bit about how you got in with the group and then your relationship with David.
I'm from Hawaii, and there was a group from Hawaii that we were all part of the Seventh-day Adventist Church there. And we were a social group within the church, and we spent weekends together. And,
sure.
We were friends and did all the things friends do. And then one of our friends is Mark Bro, who now lives in Australia. He met up with Perry Jones in a grocery store near Loma Linda.
Okay.
He and Steve Schneider were very good friends. And through that connection, Vernon, he was Vernon back then, came to Hawaii and began to share his message with us there, which caused a big controversy in the church. And for me, number one, it has to do with, hey, these are my friends that we're talking to. And when I asked people in the church, well, what's he saying? What's so bad about it? I don't know, but it's wrong. And I went, but how do you know what he's saying? So I went to listen. And he preached straight from the Bible, chapter, not just a verse at a time and let's apply it to this in our lives. It was, let's read what Isaiah had to say and let's start over here and this is what's going to happen. And the idea of prophecy is not new to the Seventh-day Adventist Church. So to hear that someone had a message from God, I could listen. And the reaction from other people was like, and I was young and idealistic as well. So I went to listen, and it was nothing like I'd ever heard before.
By the time of the 51-day siege, or standoff rather, you had already left.
Yes.
When you watched this all unfold from afar with your children, were you surprised?
I don't know that I was shocked. I wasn't expecting anything like this to happen. I'm going to sound really weird, but so quickly. I thought things were a little bit further in the future. I thought things would happen in Israel. Because we were planning to go to Israel. I had bought a passport and gotten a passport. And we were preparing to go to the land where everything would take place. So this was different. But I could see how they could be interpreted because America was the Assyrian in all these scriptures. And so the Assyrians acting up and coming to attack them. I wasn't thinking about the scripture when I first saw it. I just looked at it and went, you can imagine, insert word there. And I didn't know what to think.
But you knew a lot of these women and children
inside.
Yes.
I'd heard people had been wounded. I'd heard David had been wounded, that he'd left a recording on his mother's voice machine, answering machine. And I watched with everybody else because I didn't know. I just didn't know.
Final question. If someone is at home tonight watching this interview, what is the one thought you want them to leave with?
There are two sides or more to every story. The truth is the truth, but you need to dig. You do the research. Talk to the people. Don't just take whatever you see out there as gospel. Find out. If you really want to know, ask.
Dana, thank you so much for giving us a few minutes tonight. We really appreciate it.